Greetings everyone, switched up there. I decided to do another filler video about Twilight Sparkle. I noticed from one other brownie by the name The Brownie Notion. He made a video that in his title was Clover the Clever actually Twilight Sparkle? And I thought, could Twilight Sparkle be Clover the Clever? And then you ask me, how could he mean? How could Twilight been Clover the Clever? Well, ever since we know that Clover actually lived more than 1,000 years ago, around 1100 or 1,000 years ago, and there is just one solution, or at least one answer for that: time travel. Time travel is the only logic answer for what could be Clover the Clever. Because we know that Clover used to be a student, or his apprentice, to Starship the Bearded after the funding of Equestria. But here's the question. If Twilight was able to time travel back in time, which we've seen in one of the earlier seasons, that Twilight used a time travel spell, but there was only a limit of time how she could spend in the traveling time. Which was a seems then could be a no for Twilight couldn't be Clover. But then Starlight made another appearance in the season 5 premiere, the final, that she used a time travel spell made by Starship himself. So it is possible that Starship made more time travel spells that were more successes. So if Twilight used that spell to travel back in time to be Clover the Clever, seems logic enough, but except for one thing. Twilight has stated herself that she will never travel back in time to alter history. If she even did that, the consequences for trying to alter timeline is something that we can't even imagine. That it was like, for example, when Starlight tried to alter time, when Twilight got her cutie mark and the others for the rainbow, by stopping Rainbow's Sonic Rainbow at the first time. So I don't even know if Twilight would even dare to use the same type of spell, travel back in time, and then pass spin Starshroll for the first, be Clover the Clever for some time in the past. Even if there was that is the one other thing that seems very unlikely it could have been. Since in season 7 premiere, or the final episode, where we're seeing Starshrill and the other old pillars returned from Limbo after 1,000 years. As we know, in the episode Heartwarming Eve, Twilight who is playing Clover, was actually saying that is stated by her role as Clover that she was actually the apprentice of Starship. So, in the season 7 final episode, we've seen the return of the old pillars, seeing how Twilight and Starshroll interact with each other for the first time. If Twilight were actually Clover in the past, but traveled back in time and somehow end up to be Starshroll's apprentice, he would have immediately recognized Twilight as Clover the Clever as his apprentice. But he didn't, so that indicates that is not the truth. How could Twilight have been Clover the Clever if she traveled back in time, and after that she came back in the future again as after some time had passed, and then she by somehow returned Starshroll and the other pillars, and that he didn't even recognize her as Clover? But in that case, I don't think Twilight could have been Clover or Clever, even if they seem to be sharing the similar personality by studying a lot, and even worship, not perhaps not worship, but adore Starshwell's work, as even to be his apprentice. But I don't even believe that Twilight could be Clover. But it's another thing that is possible. Even if the Twilight isn't the Clover or the Clever in the past, even if she did manage to travel back in time and being Clover for some time, and then travel back into the future, and then freeing her old man, her teacher, from limbo, and that he didn't recognize her. So I don't even imagine how that could have been possible. But this is one other possibility that could have been possible. I'd actually made another theory video about if the main six could have been related to the founders of the Crystal. So if that is not the truth, if that Clover was not Twilight, but what if the Twilight is actually Clover's descendant in the future? That could actually even show in as a possibility. Even if that is not true, but who knows? But I don't believe that Clover was actually Twilight in the past, because it would have some indication when Starlight used that spell, and that Starfall would have recognized Twilight as Clover in the first time when he meets her, but he didn't. Not in a slightly an indication that Starfall saw Twilight as Clover. So in that case, Twilight as being Clover the Clever is debunked. But yeah, I would like to hear all of your things if that Clover could have been Twilight. But if you have your own opinions or your thoughts about it, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Switch Audio, over and out.